So we put our electrical system back in. Which has two components. I bought these used. I'm just going to test them. My old ones work. I'll eventually put those back in because I want to keep this thing original. But these ones I got for about half of what new ones are. These things are damned expensive, about $100 a piece. So I got the pair for $50. We're going to test them and see if they spark. All right, we're going to attempt our final assembly. We've got a piston. We've got a cylinder. And it's got some styrofoam peanuts in it. Some other crap as well. Piston cylinder. We're going to put a little bit of our two-stroke lube in there. This is Husqvarna's own. That's the only one I use. That's all I've ever used in this saw for 30 years. It hasn't done me wrong. So we will put the rings on this piston. We will put that piston on here with the wrist pin and the needle bearing. And we will put this on top of that. And there you go. Okay, so we've put our piston rings on our piston here. We've lubricated them a little bit. We've put one of our circlips in. We've lubricated the pin holes. And on the crank, we've put some lube down on the lower rod bearing, their big end rod bearing. And we put our little needle bearing in there and lubed that as well. So now we're ready for the pin, which has been in the freezer, to shrink it so that it will fit in here easier. That's a critical move. That's next. All right, our pin has now come out of the freezer. It's very cold. We're going to lube it. Boy, it is cold. With the arrow pointing towards the front of the engine. This pin should just go straight in there. And of course it's not. And there it is. Almost. So we can push the pin in the rest of the way with a socket. It's in there. Next we're going to take our circlip. Sometimes this can be rather difficult. Ta-da! There it is. Piston is in. Next, we're going to lube the inside of the cylinder. So I've taken some of our two-stroke oil, I put it in the cylinder, and now I'm just going to run my finger around in there and spread that around. You want to make sure that the cylinder and the piston have plenty of two-stroke oil on them so that it's all nice and slippery. And we'll put some on the piston as well. And then we've got here my own version of a ring compressor. So I'm going to lube this up, squeeze this, slip that on, ta-da. Now Husqvarna makes some really nice little tools. They're $10. We should buy them, but I don't have them, so we're not. One of which holds that piston up. The other which is these nice little plastic ring compressors that I'm sure would make this job much easier than what it's really going to be. But be that as it may, here we go. Compressing the ring. And there it is. That wasn't so good, now was it?